I'm Nolan Johannes.
And I'm Karen Harch. Newswatch 16 is next.
The latest dance craze.
Tonight at 7.
This is the news station, WNEP 16.
They're trying to milk their profits from a cheese company that's gone sour. A couple hundred dairy farmers in northeastern Pennsylvania have decided they want to buy the Shep's cheese plant in Wyoming County. From Skycam 16, you can see the Lemon Township cheese plant that has filed for bankruptcy. It owes area dairy farmers some $5 million for milk that was delivered but never paid for. The farmers are fighting for their milk money, and as Newswatch 16's Craig Stevens reports, it could take 5 years before they get it.
Ray Hoffaw is a Bradford County dairy farmer. He never dreamed he'd become a stockholder in a multi-million-dollar company, but that's what he and nearly 200 other dairy farmers that used to supply milk to Shep's Cheese in Wyoming County are doing. They plan to form their own corporation and take over the plant, making a go of what became a failure.
Farmers know farming. I do not know the internal workings of the milk business. I try to know and try to learn as much as I can. When it comes down to knowing the people and the right phone numbers to call the day that you need them, this isn't my bailiwick. I really can't tell you any more than that. This is why you have to hire the man that can do that job and do it well.
Ray's neighbor, Roy Beardsley, is also taking part in the plan to take over Shep's Cheese. These men each lost $40,000 when the plant closed because they weren't paid for milk they delivered. But they now hope to recover those losses in time, and if their plan works, start getting paid for what they do deliver.
I think this plant's always been feasible. I think it's always been able to work. I think it just did not have the time, and it was too many delays for various reasons.
The farmers want to get their plan in the works before someone else takes over the plant. They fear the machinery inside could be shipped elsewhere, then they'd never recover their lost money. Ray and Roy say they never intended to get into a multi-million-dollar company, but they're optimistic it'll work. As they say, they have to be optimistic or they'd have gotten out of the dairy business a long time ago. Craig Stevens, Newswatch 16, Springfield Township, Bradford County.
We've got more exciting news about the telethon, and Sam Falcone will tell us all about it. Right, Sam?
Right, Miss Judy. Save all your aluminum cans for MD. The cans that you and I throw away every day can be recycled to help buy wheelchairs and other medical equipment for the Jerry kids.
We're going to fill this trailer with millions of cans at the telethon.
So start saving your cans now.
And bring them down to Channel 16 on Labor Day and help the children with muscular dystrophy.
Dragon's Lair, a fantasy adventure where you become a valiant knight.
Dragon's Lair is the newest thing in video games. The object of the game is to rescue the princess as you play the knight in shining armor. But the complicating thing about this game is that it's played with laser beams. And as you play, the animated scene you see changes.
It's called a laser disc system, and the way it works is similar to a record player, where the tone arm, instead of a tone arm on a record player, you have a beam of light which jumps around on the record. You have the choice of moving the knight in any one of 4 directions, or having him use his sword to defend himself against the things that he comes upon.
The game's only been in town for a few days, but that's been enough time to get people interested, mainly because it's challenging.
It's a lot different from all the other games I've ever played. It's hard.
What about you? You think you've been playing this a lot till you conquer it, or?
Probably. That's how it starts with most video games. You get hooked on them.
Dragon's Lair has only been here in Wilkes-Barre for a very few days, but already it's catching on. Some people are becoming hooked so quickly that it's almost like the Pac-Man craze of a few short years ago. And they say that a lot of people are going to become hooked in a very short time. Of course, that doesn't include people like me. Mark Davis, Newswatch 16, playing Dragon's Lair in Wilkes-Barre.
Newswatch 16 continues in a moment.
Stay with us.
Don't miss Hazleton's Muscular Dystrophy Day at the Laurel Mall.
There'll be fun, food, surprises, and much more August 13th, beginning at 10 a.m. See you there.
Well, it's a beautiful day for doing almost anything outdoors, including watching a puppet show. The annual event at Scranton's main library drew such a crowd they had to move all 165 kids, puppeteer Steve Abrams and his cast of characters to the great outdoors. Steve and his show come to the Scranton Library each summer, compliments of the University of Pennsylvania Museum in Philadelphia. Fun for the kids today in Scranton.
And Tom Clark is having some fun right now because he's flying around in Skycam 16. What does the weather look like from way up there, Tom?
Karen, it is beautiful up here today. Had to take full advantage of this day, and so we're doing the weather live from Skycam 16. I am about 1,500 feet over Luzerne County. We just passed over the Wyoming Valley Airport, and the temperature up here is about 77 degrees outside, and down on the ground it's just a bit warmer, but a little bit of a haze up here, but not too bad at all. A beautiful day to be high in the sky. Let's check that current temperature outside now as we have it. We have a reading down below in the backyard of 81 degrees now, and look at that humidity, where I like it. Humidity 40%, the wind northwest at 7, and the barometer now is holding steady at 29.82 inches. The high today in the backyard was 82 degrees, and the low last night was a muggy 68. Records for the date 96 and 47. In the background is Jones Creek, and that is located near Hollisterville over in Wayne County. Newswatch 16's color satellite photograph looks like this. We do have some scattered clouds over Pennsylvania, but we had a cold front that came through last night between about 5 and 6 a.m., and some thunderstorms developed with that front south of Pennsylvania today. A look up over the Great Lakes, you see lots of sunshine. That air mass is moving our way, so we're in good shape for tomorrow. Up in the upper Midwest, along about Minnesota and the northern plains, some cloudiness, and that is associated with the next weather system that will begin to have an effect on our weather along about Thursday of this week. It looks like more rain coming by Friday. So weather changes in the wind, and we'll be seeing those changes the next couple of days. Our forecast for tonight looks like this. It'll become clear and comfortably cool. Look at those lows. 50 in Canton, 50 in Forest City, about 57 down in Palmerton, 54 in Kingston, and about 56 in Mifflinburg. A nice night for sleeping. Now tomorrow it looks like this. A very nice day. Lots of sunshine, some high clouds may dim the sun, but it'll stay dry, and a nice dry wind from the north at about 10 miles per hour. Temperatures holding in the 70s over just about the entire area. So another very comfortable day. Get outside and enjoy it. Now tonight, in the western sky, in the early twilight, shortly after sunset, a young moon, a crescent moon, a very thin sliver. And to the left of that, the planet Mercury, a very elusive planet because it's so very close to the sun. You may be able to catch a glimpse of both tonight, shortly after sunset. Now let's go down to the board. From the top, we have a clear night tonight, 54 in Wilkes-Barre, Scranton. Tomorrow, lots of sunshine, 78 degrees, and then it'll cloud up quickly by Thursday morning. Some showers arriving on Thursday. I think most areas will get some rain by Thursday night. And on Friday, cloudy, 75 degrees, and Saturday looks pretty nice at this point, with temperatures getting up to near 80. So, from high over, well, we're passing up, I think, towards Pittston right now, and it's just very nice up here, and so I'll throw it back down below, and Karen and Nolan, wish you were here.
Well, we wish we were too, but we want to know one thing, Tom.
Yeah?
And you might need some help from pilot Jack Ruland on this, because he's an expert in these matters.
Yeah.
What's the difference between a young moon and an old moon?
Jack says about 20 years.
Very good, young man.
Good answer.
Thank you so much, Tom.
Right.
Thanks, Tom. Groundwater could be threatened by an underground diesel fuel leak in the Allentown area. About 3,000 gallons of the fuel leaked out of a storage tank at the Allentown Service Plaza of the Pennsylvania Turnpike. The leak was discovered Sunday near the Shant Spring Reservoir. That reservoir helps to feed Allentown's water supply. Officials say no more fuel should be leaking underground now, and there's no immediate danger. And Joe Zone is up next with the sports as Newswatch 16 continues.
By George, the telethon is coming!
And now the guy who promises to deliver his sports news bound and blindfolded if the Yankees don't come in first.
Not blindfolded.
Oh, excuse me. All right. I almost...
Gagged. Let's talk about boxing. Larry Holmes is going to be very busy the next few months. And man, he's going to need a tractor trailer to haul his money around. Holmes is scheduled for 2 title fights the next 4 months. It's a package deal. Marvis Frazier on November 25th is the one we knew about. But before Frazier, in September, Holmes will fight the legendary Scott Frank. Both fights will be in Atlantic City. Holmes gets $3.5 million for Frazier, $1.5 million for Frank. And when you think about this double title fight package, if they've already signed for the second, they must be pretty sure about the first one. Well, they're sort of like a mini Olympics, I think, and I'm talking about the Keystone State Games, which take place this weekend at Penn State. Amateur athletes from all over Pennsylvania compete in everything from archery to volleyball.
Our kids will represent the Northeast Division, and they'll represent it well. In fact, the Pride of the North won the girls' softball title last year, and they're back to do it again. They won the gold medal last year in the first ever Keystone Games, but it was a slow pitch competition then. This year, the Pride of the North, which features high school and college girls from throughout northeastern Pennsylvania, is looking for the fast pitch title. Sherry Matone, a Bishop O'Hara graduate and now a freshman at Marywood, played on last year's team and thinks the transition has come rather easily.
I played with Bishop O'Hara, which won the league and the PIAA districts, and it helped us out a lot.
There's no question the addition of Lake Lehman's Jill Solinsky has helped. A former Sports Star of the Week, Solinsky, with 3 no-hitters to her credit this past season, was the area's most dominant pitcher. And with all-stars around her, there's no telling how good she can be.
I'm a lot more relaxed now because I know a field's behind me. Well, my team, Lehman, they're good, you know, we have a good team. But here, everybody, they know their position well, and they could do the job and I don't have to worry about it.
Solinsky, Matone, and others like Allison Bailey, an Abington Heights grad, are the cream of the area softball crop. Getting them ready for the games is a refreshing coaching challenge.
They are so good. Their backgrounds are so well developed that all we do here is guide them.
The Pride of the North, defending Keystone champs, and the favorite to repeat again. It's a role the girls like, a role they've earned, and one they hope will materialize into another Keystone Gold. That's all of it. Give tonight your best shot. I'll see you 11 o'clock. I want to thank the girls for the T-shirt. It says...
What does it say?
Pride of the North.
And
the back tells the real story of life.
Number 1.
They're very nice ladies, and we wish them the best.
Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Chad Booth.
And I'm Jane Adonesia. We're along Interstate 81 tonight, finding out why it's taking a little bit longer to get from here to there these days. On our show, we're going to be taking a look at a wild new dance, something like the frug. Well, no, the boogaloo, it's the chicken dance.
Then we're going to be taking a look at the California Wildlife Rescue Team. They help wild animals get back on their feet again.
That's tonight at 7 on WNEP-TV 16.
Finally tonight, where did the diaper man go? That's what police in York County want to know. He was wearing a T-shirt and disposable diaper, nothing more, when he walked into a convenience store. A can of whipped cream he took in his hand. The clerk demanded, "What's your plan?" With that, the diaper man showered the store, whipped cream on everything, including the floor. At last word, he was heading toward Baltimore. Police are still looking for the diaper-clothed man. They want to put cuffs on his hands. You see, he's done his whipped cream bit before, 3 times in York, and the cops want no more.
Look out, Baltimore.
Strange story.
Strange story, but it had a little elements of yesterday's Shakespeare in it.
I think I was inspired by yesterday's poem.
I think so. Karen, that was beautiful. Good luck to York and Baltimore and all ships at
look out.
sea. That's News 16 for now. We'll be back, of course, at 11 tonight, so stay with us for that.
And tonight we'll leave you with the sights and sounds of the Wayne County Fair, photographed by our own Steve Smallwood. Enjoy your evening.
Nice stand for Christina Menard. Dick Creed is the rider.